Let's get into the front pages of our daily newspapers. We start off with the Business Day. And the Business Day is saying revamp for payments is their big story. The Reserve Bank pushes modernization of ecosystem. The Reserve Bank is working on a draft law to revamp the national payments ecosystem, setting the stage for the biggest payments reform in a generation and a potential 0.5% in GDP growth. There's an interesting one, so you can dig deep into this, the bank's 2030 strategy, which is elevating payment modernization. That's at the core of it all. Then they also focus in, as everyone is, we are also here on the show, Fly Safair pilot row escalates. Local and regional airline staff is set to begin that lockout of its pilots from Monday over a wage dispute with trade union Solidarity that could disrupt flights for 2 weeks. So please do check your flights. If you're booked on flights and you're flying Safair, you need to check with the airline to see if everything is going ahead and if you'll be disrupted. Then, of course, some champions over there, and we need to celebrate these guys. World Rugby Under-20 champions for 2025. Congratulations to them. SA captain Riley Norton lifts that trophy after the junior Springboks beat New Zealand 23-15 in the World Rugby Under-20 Championship final in Italy. So well done to the guys. Then there's the focus on Nyati leading the charge to cut out tenderpreneurs. Eskom scores a 1 billion rand own goal for Kubag, and Jerry Fourie hands over the baton. So there we go. That's just a couple of the stories on the front page of the Business Day.
All right, moving on to the Star this morning. Plight of SA citizens caught in Thailand trafficking job scam. Now, criminal operations allegedly orchestrated by Chinese mafia network. Now, this is a story of close to 200 South Africans who are currently stranded in Thailand, having fallen victim to human trafficking scheme. And they were lured by the promise of well-paying jobs that were advertised through social media and word of mouth. This criminal operation is allegedly orchestrated by a Chinese mafia network. And the job scam targets young South Africans who are fluent in English, computer literate, and have marketing or IT qualifications. They promise good salaries, and then, of course, it doesn't materialize. A picture there of Minister Ronald Lamula, who says a large group of South Africans stuck in Thailand are being rescued from illegal scamming compounds in Myanmar because they do not have the money to buy plane tickets back home. Counter-human trafficking NGO Brave to Love is raising funds to repatriate victims back home. Also at the bottom there, SA's human rights crisis call for action ahead of the national dialogue. Now, civil rights organization Amnesty International South Africa has urged President Ramaphosa to redirect the 700 million rand allocated for the national dialogue. And this one, what a story. Mfuleni's job raffle causes a stir. Now, in a controversial approach to reduce unemployment, Mfuleni municipality recently organized a job raffle, which it claims provided equal opportunity. However, the initiative has led to public outcry over issues of fairness and transparency. Yes, literally a raffle. Yes, names were put into a hat.
Oh, man.
A young boy was asked to draw, and that's how it happened. Hey. So in a picture there of Tiffany Nicole Meek, and she's appearing in court again today.
Okay, after job raffles and the likes, The Citizen is up next, and we look at their headline, New Rehab House Shock. So they're talking about a motorist allegedly witnesses the Tete Letsai Recovery Center owner dumping a bag containing a dead late-term fetus or baby and fresh blood in a drain as police open an inquest. This follows the recent death of a patient, and as others alleging severe abuse hope to file a collective case against the owner. Oh my goodness. All right, that is not a nice story to wake up to this morning. The photograph on the front page there, icy escapades. Swimmers brave the midwinter waters of Van Ryn Dam during the Wanna Do events. Polar bears swim at Ibotse Golf and Country Estate in Benoni on Saturday. About 50 swimmers jumped into the lake to swim a 1 kilometer, 500 meter or 250 meter route around the lake on a cold winter's morning. Swimmers were given a medal and hot soup afterwards. I'm wondering if that young girl who's sort of looking freezing enjoyed that. Then, of course, there's this big story. It's the one I'll look at here. SAA bleeds money again. That's That's what they focus on. And it's a net loss of 354 million after 210 million profit from the year before. So I'm going to leave that there, but that's the front page.
All right, so Wetton, this morning, a picture there of Banyana, Gabriela Salgado, giving her Banyana teammate Andile Dlamini a kiss after saving 2 penalties against Senegal as South Africa won at WAFCON in the quarter-final encounter. And then police jobs rush confirms crisis. Now, commentators say that the massive response to SAP's vacancies points to a depth of desperation by unemployed South African youth, and the situation needs the highest level of leadership to call for urgent strategic intervention, according to an academic at Northwest University. Also, Pearl Sebulau was our newsroom's pillar of strength. So many colleagues, pouring out their grief over the death of Pearl Sebulau, and court orders WhatsApp to close obscene groups, among others.
All right, remember to also visit the SABCnews.com website. All of these stories and more, and live streams, everything is here for you to catch up on the news. And then, of course, it's our app, SABC Plus.
Yeah, and 7 o'clock is Leanne with your latest news.